Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I got my son with me. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna try to remove the rear wheel, and I got some anti-roll bar links that we're gonna have to install. But here's the intro. All right, so spent a few days working on it. I put the engine in the car. Say hi, Hayden.
Hi.
Hayden is very excited to work with me. He's gonna be removing the lug nuts. You think you can do it? You gonna remove the lug nuts, remove the wheels?
Maybe.
All right, let's do it. So lefty, lefty. Anyway, so I put the stock engine in there just as a mock-up. I'd like to put the oil pump there and start routing the oil pump lines, because now the oil pump lines are going to be really short because they used to come from here. The oil tank used to be here, right? So now I moved it over there. What happened?
Starts?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was saying the oil tank used to be over here. So now we moved it over there. So now there's much shorter lines. You know, you're going to have a feed from here, goes under there, and then goes there. There's the feet over there. So the wheel just touches it ever so slightly when it turns, but you know, it's a drag car. You can turn it almost all the way, which is fine. So yeah, so put that in so we can run some lines. We got the, you good?
Am I doing this correctly?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
I am?
Lefty, lefty. Those lug nuts are all the way in there. You alright? Should come loose that you can do it by hand eventually. Don't scratch that wheel. Okay?
Okay.
So, I put the transmission in there, and this is the little cover that kind of covers everything, since the transmission doesn't have a reed case. I'll show you a picture of the actual trans without the cover on. Put the window net, we put these covers on as showed, I think I showed you in the last video. That's how kind of the Multec looks. So yeah, the bezel and the Multec kind of stay on their own like that. So then the dash just goes over it. It's so dark in here.
You want me to take all of them?
Oh yeah, the dash goes over it and this stays there, right? So one of these days I think I'll be just running this, even just the display. But I think the dash looks good.
You want me to take all of them?
Yeah, you're gonna take all 5 of them.
Okay.
How you doing?
Good. My hands.
Yeah, so this is pretty new. I mean, the wheel's so deep that you need that foot-long freaking extension on it. It takes like a big-ass socket. So I got these end links welded. Thank you to Ronnie from the Chassis Stop. The ones I had, I think, were a little short. The 4-link bars on this car, they're very long. I'll show you when we take this off. That's why I want to take it off and show you kind of back there. The 4-link bars are very long on this car. They're abnormally long. We did that so there's a bigger spread. So between the lower and the upper bar, what I mean a bigger spread, the instant center goes further forward because of the radial. It helps instead of the instant center being closer to the rear. It doesn't hit the tire too hard. You okay there?
What just happened?
Yeah, you gotta press this here for the extension to go in.
Oh.
All right, so we got the lug nuts off. So these are 5/8. Show them the lug nuts. They're massive. So
Yeah?
they take like a spacer and a nut. But let's see if we can take this wheel off.
I hope. Whoa.
Massive. Let me show them there. You wanna go in there?
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the view when you take the wheel off. So upper link bar, lower link bar, wishbone, shocks, anti-roll bar. Oh, yeah, I can literally go in here and sit inside. So that's the Ultra 40 spline. It has the drive shaft pickup. I gotta buy the sensor that goes up here. The Ultra case comes with the provision for the sensor, so you just bolt the sensor in here. So we still have to run, we have to put the Zeus up there for these carbon panels. This is the brake line connection, and then another connection here, another connection here. This is the vent. Beautiful shocks from PRS. I'm gonna have to rotate these so the canister is facing back. That's how he wanted them, and this has to turn where the Allen is on the front, so you can adjust. Hopefully you can see. But yeah, let's get those end links. Put the end links on here. Hold it here.
What?
Why don't you go in there?
No. Okay.
So big in here, look.
But I can't fit.
Yeah, so big in here.
Okay.
You can literally sit inside. Is it too close?
No, it's okay.
Oh. Yeah, so the end links have adjustment too, just like the 4-link. I think you're too close, bud.
Oh, okay. Is that good?
Come inside. Come in there.
Okay.
That's how big this tub is. We can both fit inside. Yeah, I gotta get all these bolts. And these bolts, they have to be all NOS bolts that I don't have. So that's why you see different lengths of NOS. So this is a NOS bolt. NOS bolt, I believe, is rated to 250 psi of pressure. And all the bars in here have to have a NOS bolt. So I'm working on that. So end links are in. I have to paint them. Probably powder coat them. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to learn how to adjust all these bars. So you gotta move them both together. So uppers, they move together. Lowers, they move together. So right now there's 0 preload. So if you notice, whenever you move one of these, the diff twists. So right now it's sitting at no preload. Kind of cool how close the brake is. Look at the brake caliper, it's almost touching, but it just clears. You can see the offset of the wheel is only negative 3 inches backspace, so it's very close to the brakes. That's why the lip is so big. Anti-roll bar, solid. You know, most of these parts are from Bears, Canada. If you ever looked it up, they're in Windsor on by Detroit. Bears, Canada. That's where we get all these parts. The 4-link parts, the diff, even the diff carrier, the whatever you call it, the live axle, brakes, everything's from them.
Hi.
So yeah. So let's put this massive wheel back. So believe it or not, this is the small tire that I'll be running. This is like a radial 315.
Small. It's smaller.
Yeah. So for 8 mile, I'll be running the 315. For quarter mile, I'm going to be running a 33 tall by 14 wide. So this is 30 tall by, I believe, 11 wide, the contact patch. So the one I'll be running for CSCS would be 33 tall up to here and 14 wide. So it'll be like this wide. So plenty of room for activities, but here, hold it. Let's try to put this wheel back on.
Oh.
Over there.
Wait. Who's gonna put the whatever these things are called back on?
You want to do it?
No, not really, but okay.
You can't do this because it stinks so heavy.
How heavy? To be exact, how heavy? This thing loads so much battery.
Yeah. Put the spacers back.
Oh, they're called spacers?
Yeah, these are the aluminum spacers.
Okay. I swear this thing uses this battery so much.
Yeah? Well, you keep moving, shaking it probably.
No. Okay.
So let's toss this oil pump in. Come here. There. Get some bolts. Yeah, so basically I'm trying to figure out the length of the hose down here. Hose down there, it's gonna go under here. And eventually, I think I'm gonna turn this feed over here. so it just shoots down. I think I want to lower the tank down a little bit. Jack. So that way this feed will face exactly down there. Anyway, over here, got the new shocks. Well, they're the old shocks, but they're revolved for radial. I got the intercooler in. Cody Phillips carbon vents. Yeah, I kept all the foam inside and the crash bar, so that way I like the bumper sitting, you know, in the right spot. I don't like it all loose. Gonna have to figure out how we're gonna support this area. Either put a bar or something. Probably not gonna put any guards back. Got the side skirt back on. I gotta put the spats on next. Yep. Anyway, back and forth. So I'll put those oil lines in, and that's gonna take a while, so I'm not gonna document all that. But we'll put the oil lines back on, and then we'll show you something else in the next video. All right, guys, take care.